Okay. Our next item is the 2011-2012 parcel tax. Dr.
Mr.
Skelly.
Friedman, you're going to stay here for just a few minutes, aren't you? Okay. Okay. This item is one that we didn't plan to bring to you. This is an item that I think, well, as you know, the board or the public passed a parcel tax back in 2010 with a 79% yes vote. And this was a parcel tax that was a little different than anything Palo Alto has had in the past, in that it included a 2% escalation annually in order to account for enrollment growth and the like. And so it was passed with $589. Last year was the first year that it was $589. This year the tax bills were sent out, and staff was alerted to the fact that instead of being the $601 that would reflect the $2 the 2% increase rounded to the nearest dollar, it was still $589. Since then, staff has been working with the Santa Clara County Tax Collector's Office. Also, Mr. Freeman has been involved in this issue as well. We have a solution that we think is that cleans this issue up in a good way with little cost to the district. I think, Ms. Mack, you have material available for folks on this. It's over here, and I think perhaps the board has this already or no. So we'll get that to you, and then I'll ask Ms. Mack to walk us through this. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Ms. Mack.
So the proposed plan to levy this increase of $12 for the current year 2011-12 is to have the county tax collector include this increase, this $12 on next year's bill, on the 2012-13 bill. So as to any fiscal impact with this approach is the 2% increase would amount to about $230,000 in total, and we can accrue this as a receivable at the end of the year, so there's no impact to our books for this year and next year. And there will be a cost to send out the letters. If we send out the letters in form of postcards, roughly about $6,000. I'll be happy to answer any. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay, Mr. Tom.
Yes. Yeah. As described by Dr. Skelly, this is the first year in which we would be able to have a change in the parcel tax amount based on the escalation. And so this was different than what we've done in the past. I presume you've taken a look at the steps and the processes that we've followed and sort of understood the source of this error and have taken steps for subsequent years?
Yes, correct. So we have a consultant who compiled this data for us and sent to the tax collector's office. So we have informed the consultant of the tax amount for each year, and then also in the future, before the data is handed over to the tax collector's office, we'll have a few people in our office also review the computation, make sure it's correct before sending over.
Thank you.
Ms. Johnson.
Just to follow up on that, Ms. Mack, I guess the word let's see, how do I say that word? We talked about it with math facts, automaticity. Is there a way to make this automatic, or is this just something that gets calendared and you follow through every year?
There's no automation. We have to follow this through every year.
Okay, well, and lucky for us that this escalation clause continues 2% in years following, and we thank the parcel tax voters of the community and look forward to this remedy. Thank you.
Ms. Glosser. Ms. Mitchell.
I think it's a good remedy, and I appreciate the sensitivity to keeping the costs minimal in terms of administering the correction and avoiding disruption to taxpayers. So thank you for the quick catch and the quick remedy.
Yeah, I have to say that, you know what, things happen, and it's in our best interest to act quickly and think of productive ways to solve them. And I really appreciate, Ms. Mack, that you were right on that to come up with a solution for this. And it's good news that we can actually book that as a receivable this year, because that means on our books it will show up as money that has come in. And what won't come in is the actual cash, but cash flow and how we book our budget don't match anyway. So, so that's good news that we can do that, so we won't have an adjustment to make next year. Thank you.
Can I just make a couple of comments here? Our first thought when we saw this was, oops, and worry that this would be something that would be money that we would lose that level of escalation forever. Fortunately, that's not the case. Districts have get in this situation at other times, and they either issue new bills or they do other things. We put it on the agenda in the interest of transparency. People are getting their property tax bills now. We want to be clear with them. Our goal would be to send out this draft letter to property owners as soon as we can. Might not be required, but it certainly gives people information about, sort of what's going on and what to expect and to plan. $12 is still $12. Most people would rather pay $12 in the future if the ads for cars and the like, is any indication. But we think that having this out there is helpful. We'd like to thank the Santa Clara County Tax Collector's Office for their help on this, and certainly Mr. Friedman has been helpful as well. And so on we go, I guess.
Great. Thank you very much.